We are we are live. What's up, YouTube? Today's topic, I'm going to talk about my experiences being attacked by demonic entities and or the devil himself. And I'm also referring to this as lower vibrational entities. So long story short, if you're not familiar with my videos or channel, or if you follow up, if you're familiar that I'm in vacation for 2 weeks for my work. And then I traveled from Kansas all the way to my hometown, California. So I grabbed my personal belongings because my mom and family, they're known for taking all my personal belongings away from me, right? And so it's a long story short, but long story short, she gave me a hard time. You know what? I'm not gonna mention all this shit because this shit's fucking draining. So, and that's what I'm getting at. So my experiences being around demonic entities and the devil trying to attack you. When you're being attacked by a demonic entity or by a vessel that's infiltrated by demonic spirits, what they're gonna do first, they're advanced, so they know how to trigger and attack your weak points. So this is why whenever I have dealt with abusive family members and other narcissistic people, it's like they all say the same thing. It's not because I actually have that. No, it's a lot to explain, but I'm not gonna go into detail about what I'm experiencing, but I'm just gonna give out the signs of it. All right, that's what I'm gonna do because I don't feel like making this whole thing about my life experience. It's too much. It's too draining. Sign number one: they know your inner wounds and triggers, and they're gonna do the best to attack that. Even if they don't know you, even they don't even observe you like that, but deep down they know because they're not human vessels. They're not human vessels. They're demonic. They're demonic entities and lower vibrational entities or the devil, so they know how to attack your weak points. So it makes sense that whenever they attack you, it hurts deep because, like what people say, it's a spiritual wound. So when they're trying to talk down on you, it's gonna cut deep because it's like the devil, these entities, they know who you are as a person. They've been following you your whole life, even before you were born. So they're gonna attack you like that. Sign number two, they drain your energy. So when you're trying to either defend yourself, set boundaries, or even cuss them out with these narcissistic people, these demonic entities, the devil, or just lower vibrational entities, they like to inhabit people's bodies. And when they're just fucking with you and they're just doing shit like that, when you're trying to set boundaries or set up for yourself, even trying to physically harm them, they're draining. Why they're draining? Because they're advanced spiritually. They know how the human mind works. They know how important you are, so they're gonna do whatever it takes to drain your energy, and they feed off of energy. This is why they're negative for a reason. They're lower vibrational entities, a devil. They feed off of human beings' suffering, and this is why they need you to explain, or they need you to over-explain yourself, because you give them energy like that. So when you're interacting with them, they're draining your energy. This is why earlier in this live, I was talking about my life experiences, but I decided not to because why? Because like I said before, in this live, I said it was draining. So that's another reason why. They drain your energy. It doesn't matter what they do, what they say, or how small it may seem. That deals with taking your energy. This is why people say in order for you to get away from narcissists or narcissistic people, you got to just cut contact and block all of them and move far away from them. They say that for a reason because they feed off of your energy. And there's been facts and reports of people who've dealt with a narcissistic person or people, whenever they'll cut them off or they'll stonewall them or they'll get them out of their lives or they move from different state or area. Once they see them years later, they look hungry, they look deprived. Even like there's a story where this lady on YouTube, she mentioned that her mother was a narcissist, and whenever she'll stonewall her and give her the cold shoulder so she could ignore her because she's trying to feed off her energy, once she realized she was a narcissist, months later or weeks later, she realized that her mother looked so hungry. She looked so malnourished, hungry, and sleep deprived, and she got very skinny and she looks drained. And when this lady on YouTube mentioned that, she talked about how freaked out she was because she didn't realize that how much her mother was feeding off of her energy through negativity and confusion and through violence. So these narcissistic people, because why do they look physically drained? And not just her, other people have been reports of seeing that. Why does that happen? Because they're demonic entities. They feed off of human beings' suffering and energy. No human being feed off of energy through negativity and through fucking with people like that. That's not, it doesn't work like that. But spirits do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's another sign. Another sign, the physical appearance. They're eye shaped. So people reports have seen them change their eyes to like pitch black, like people black, or like either that or a reptilian type of eye where it's like a reptile, so it's like a straight line. And not only that, but another report of them this looks so angry, or like they'll catch a mad dog in them, but their eyes look so evil. Me, I've experienced that multiple times with narcissistic female I've dealt with at the workplace. I've done that with I've seen that with the other guy who stole over $6,000, and he was my work manager. I seen him do that a couple times. And I see my stepfather did that. And all these people have in common, and even my older brother, but him was different. His eyes was pitch black. But all these people had in common was that like they caused me nothing but grief. And the males, they stole money from me. I mean, at least the two people. Wait, where was I getting at? No, anyways, overall, each of these people, not all of them, but like they've stolen money from me. One of them stole money from me, over $6,000. But they all made me grieve. They all made me extremely angry. They caused a lot of confusion. A couple of them laid hands on me, unprovoked, and yeah. So that's another sign. It's demonic entities. But also, people reports of them changing their voices and and yeah. So and they notice that their physical features. They'll see a glimpse of them while interacting with them, or like are arguing with them. They'll see a glimpse of their faces changing, and their facial structures is like yeah, their facial structures is like it looks a lot older, like it looks different, like it morphs into like more of a demonic face, pretty much, whereas like their face is more structured, their face is more sharp. It's just creepy ass shit. I think I've seen glimpses of that. 'Cause I remember at times my mother, like I noticed like she'll look different here and there, and her eyes is just fucked up, man. Like the more you're aware about narcissists spiritually, you can see their physical appearance. You can see in their eyes, they're just a zombie. They look like a zombie, but they're being infested by a spirit, an evil ass spirit. Another sign, they're very good with their words. So I'm not saying people are good with their words. Narcissists. No, I'm talking about like they're very good with their words, meaning like just like I said in step one, they know how to target your triggers. They know your wounds. Even if they never met you, even if they never observed you, but just them being around you for a couple minutes or even days, they know your trigger wounds. Just like if like they've seen you grown up your whole life. Why is that? Because they're not human. Because human beings, it's physically impossible. It's physically impossible for humans to do that shit. Even for the human brain, especially if they never seen you grow up, but they know your trigger. They know your trigger points and what your woundings. It's not intuition, and they sense energy. It's not that. It's not normal. The reason why they're able to do that so skillfully is because you're dealing with a spirit. Negative entities and demonic spirits, they know who you are. They follow you around or they watch and observe you, and they know you. This is why they're trying to take you out your whole life. This is why they're trying to take you out, because they know what you're about. They know the type of things you're capable of doing in a good way, and they know your potential. And even before you were born, they know the type of things you're going to do that's going to help benefit this fucking realm and humanity. So this is where people talk about getting targeted from birth or just being targets their whole life, because you have that light. And these demonic entities, they can see that. So this is why they jump from body to body, vessel to vessel. And these spirits, they could do that. It could be at your workplace. Wherever you go, they're going to jump from body to body, vessel to vessel, so they can fuck with you. I've known people who've experienced shit like that. And I've experienced that shit myself. So it's a real thing. And for you guys not knowing the fuck I'm talking about, that's on you. You're clearly, yeah, just get off the video if it doesn't resonate. But yeah, so people who experience, they know what I'm talking about. And it's not a coincidence. It took me a long time to figure it out, but I knew deep down there's something off about it. And other people experience the same shit I've experienced. These entities, they could jump from body to body, and they can manipulate the mind depending on someone's vibrant at a low level, so they could infiltrate and attack you. So they could traumatize you Because once they're able to traumatize you and put you at a low vibration, they got you. Not only they're feeding off your energy, but now you won't have to, because you're so traumatized, you're not able to fulfill your life mission, which is going to help benefit you, your family, and humanity, pretty much, in this world. And pretty much they won. But there's a saying, you may lose a battle, but you still won the war. So that's the case for a lot of people. This is why a lot of people are traumatized, especially like spiritual healers or people who are on a spiritual path. They talk about narcissists that's traumatizing them. I've known people who like became physically destabilized by their brain or because of all the trauma they had to endure from narcissistic abuse. People have grieved a lot. People experience depression, anxiety, PTSD, anger, and it's traumatizing thoughts where it sets them back. But that's them losing the battle. But not knowing is either way is going to benefit them because God or this realm or some being has their back. And not only that, they still won the war because I know every single person that I've known that have experienced narcissistic abuse, they're able to overcome it, especially all the traumas. It doesn't matter how long or how many years it took. They always end up overcoming it and become better versions of themselves, and they have more wisdom and knowledge, and they're able to help a lot of people along that path. So they're pretty much winning the war. So in these battles, they're technically not losing because as they're going through traumatic shit, and they have to go through that by default because not only is it meant to happen, unfortunately, and or their free will, they use their free will to do that. Even if it wasn't meant to happen, you're still in the human body, so you're still gonna feel a lot of trauma. So either way, you're gonna feel that shit. But as long as you have the tools to overcome it, these people, they just become better versions of themselves, and they always win in the end. And I do believe there is a God of the universe that helped these people along the way. Another sign, negative energy and or negative energy whenever you're around them, and you sense there's something off, and you feel anxiety, you feel uneasy, and you don't feel safe around these people whenever you're around their presence. More than likely it's because they're vibrating low and they're up to no good and they have bad intentions. So that's your intuition telling you to get the fuck away from these people. That's all I gotta say. And the reason why they target and try to harm you, they jump from body to body, is because you have an important soul mission and you're meant for great things. This is why they do shit like that. And a lot of people are victims to narcissistic abuse because it is, in fact, demonic spiritual warfare. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Have a good one. Peace.